told you as a prosecutor. So you want me to go and argue with Taka ya girlfriend, my prosecutors nini?
Berry was hired on merit. He was not hired as a
So
reject, but he was
I
hired.
don't have time. So this is what was going on.
Yes.
My government, before I swear in as a president, the government have a committee. I appoint interim. How do you call it? Interim what? Interim. How do we call it? Interim. Kojolo.
Interim.
I appoint interim cabinet. So Dana was by that time, before I appoint Dana before I appoint Dana as a manager. When Roch can explain everything. When Roch was the manager, Dana was on health center. So Dana come clear. So when I appoint Dana as a manager, OPTD come as fanya nini? As a health center. Umeniona? So Dana and OPTD, when Dana was manager, sit down and discuss NHF issue, and they bring up that NHF issue. OPTD must come clear. So Auka, let me ask you, when you are a leader and your people, your secretary, come up with the idea under you, so the project should be under the government. So now, because I asked the accountability, how do they use the money? How this money is using? How a lot of my supporters, there's a lot of people support this stuff because of the president. So I come to ask clear, where is how you guys use the money? Umwana, do you know all the fight about Dana and the Nani? What's bring fight?
And we don't.
Let me tell you. Do you know Dana resigned because of people? Do you know that Dana resigned? Dana wrote a letter. Let me read for you that letter. Nilitoka kwa Geo group.
So, Mr. President, in 3 months you have had, in 3 or 2 months you have had 2 managers. You fire them, or they get fired, or what happens?
The first manager I fired. The second manager has resigned.
So why did the second manager resign? What happened?
The second manager is now, I've already appointed the second manager as a deputy president right now. That is the deputy president. I'm waiting for officially cabinet appointment, which will be on maybe katikati ya January, katikati ya this month. So this is what I want to ask.
Yeah.
You remember when Roch, do you know Roch and Dana fight because of people? Roch was a nice lady. Dana was a nice lady. So do you know fighting for supremacy? Do you know there's something called fighting for primacy?
It's called supremacy wars. Supremacy.
So there's a was. Let me be open because it's a lipuka. Paka mimi sahi sina cabinet. Juice hapa nilipot interim cabinet. Even I want to repeat the interim cabinet. The new manager is Jill Scott now. Jill Scott is the new manager. I appointed her recently.
So let me ask you a question, Mr. President, before you continue. Do you, on what criteria do you appoint your people? Because I had an engagement with